Hey everyone, it's Rick Magnus again, and in this video I'm going to show you method one of using keyword supremacy to find a pretty awesome list of local niches that you can go after for rank and rent. So when you log into keyword supremacy, what you want to do is go down and go to the search database option. If it's grayed out and it says you need to upgrade your account, then you'll obviously have to upgrade to access this feature. And what the global database is it's an overall database of every keyword that's ever been searched for by all users inside of keyword supremacy. So right now it's at just over 500 million. We're actually in the process of adding an additional 92 million to the database. So we're going to be closing in on 600 million really soon. And what we're going to do is we're going to follow our checklist and set filters, because we obviously don't want to search through 522 million keywords. So we're going to speed up the process, and we're going to do it by using these advanced filters up here. So the first thing we're going to do is slide this slider down so that we have a max search volume of 999. And then that's going to reduce the amount of keywords quite drastically, and it gets us in closer to that sweet spot range for search volume. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to raise our cost per click up to $10. And the reason we're going to do that is typically it's local businesses that are typically spending a lot of money on AdWords, like $10 plus, to get people to click over from AdWords over to their local sites. So by raising the cost per click up to $10, you'll see that it'll actually get rid of a lot of these really weird keywords that have like low CPCs. So like lens macro has $1.19. A lot of them have zero. You typically start seeing higher CPCs in local niches. So this just helps you pull out the keywords that are local niches. Okay, and the other thing about the $10 cost per click is that way you know that the local businesses that you're targeting, or the niche that you're targeting, has local businesses that are spending a minimum of $10 per click for that specific keyword or set of keywords that you're going to be going after and trying to rank for. So you know there's businesses out there spending money on keywords. It just gives you someone to go talk to and say, listen, why don't you just test a bit of your budget that you're spending on AdWords with us, and we'll see if we can do it better for them. So it's just helping you identify your market a little better on a cost basis. The next one is the competition. What the competition measures is how many people that are paying for cost per click. So we're going with a minimum of $10. So let's talk about $10. So out of the people that are paying $10 per click on AdWords, how many are competing for it? How competitive is it? So if it was basically a 1, that means a lot of people are competing for that keyword, which is great. If it's a 0, it means no one's really competing for that keyword. So we're going to just set that to about a 0.3, and that's a number that you can play with. All of these numbers obviously are numbers you can play with, but this is where I like to start. I like to set my settings there. And then I'm just going to click go, and you can see that 500 million keywords has now turned into 2.2 million keywords. So what we can do now is just sort by volume. Okay, and the highest volumes come out first. And if we start looking at them, you can see kind of things like nursing school programs, plumber, Knoxville, Tennessee. So that could be a possible rank and rent niche. Property management in Atlanta. You can see that things are starting to look a lot more local. Now this is where we're going to switch gears here and go off the last video, where we can either search horizontally or search vertically. So for instance, Knoxville. Okay, if you keep in mind the city population that we're going after, if Knoxville was something that was within the right population, then what you would do is put in the word Knoxville into the search box here and then just press enter. And now what you're saying is that Knoxville has to appear in the keyword. And you can see our keyword list is now down to 163 keywords. But what you'll find is all of them, or almost all of them, are going to be different niches or niches within Knoxville. So you can see we have Knoxville, Tennessee plumbers, Knoxville state code of Tennessee plumbers, plumbing, roofing, roofers, assisted living. That might be an excellent niche. Moving company is a great one. HVAC, caterers is a really great one. Tennessee attorneys, lawyers, roofings. So you can see that just by putting in a city, that what it does is spits out a big long list of niches. within that city. But if you like the niche that you're in and you want to see, well, what are the other cities that have good volume and good CPC for it, what you can do is replace the keyword and put in a niche instead. So I'm going to put in moving company, for instance, and now it's not going to be just in Knoxville. You're going to see moving company in Houston, St. Louis, looks like Minnesota, Raleigh, North Carolina, Houston, Texas. As we scroll down the list, you can see here we have 1,542 possible keywords that all have the right filters that we like, okay, but are all based on the moving company niche. Now, the great thing about that is if you don't end up finding a keyword, and I'll show you in a later video how to go through these keywords quickly and analyze competition, but if you don't find it in this particular phrase, moving company, well, there's other ways to say moving company. You can say movers, okay? So I'll just put in movers, and you can see movers Baltimore, movers Baton Rouge. There's also types of movers. If you go to Google, you know, moving companies, so maybe truck movers or car movers. You can see it here, like big item movers. So let's try that just for instance, truck movers. You can get as creative as you want with niches, so there's not much for truck movers there. But you can get as creative as you want with niches. So for instance, wedding, you can type in wedding and all kinds of crazy stuff will come out for wedding. Registries, photographers, bands, videographers, and that's just in the wedding niche. Well, there's all kinds of ways to think about things. What about repairs? Okay, we can just type in the word repair and look at it that way. So basement repair, wall cracks, garage springs, concrete foundation. And as you're going through these, you're going to see a lot of new ideas pop out, and it just leads you down this like rabbit hole of like, oh my god, there's all these great local niches with amazing search volume, great CPC competition, and then we'll show you how to research them later. But this is just giving you ideas of how to look at things. So for instance, foundation could be a really amazing niche. Okay, we can just type in the word foundation, okay, and we can see foundation repair San Antonio, foundation repairs in San Antonio, foundation cracks. And then as you dig deeper into niches, like for instance, one that I love going into is septic and sewer, because there's so many things that come up. Like, you know, there's sewer cleaner, there's sewer clogs, sewer line cleaning, sewer pipelining, and all you have to do is put those keywords back into your niche. So this is one of the methods that you can use to quickly find an amazing list of local niches that you can possibly target if you do the competition research and it's good. So I'm not going to cover how to do the competition research in this video. In the next video, I'm going to show you another method that you can use to look up these keywords, and then a couple videos later on we'll show you how to start analyzing each one of these keywords. So just wanted to show you this method, and that is using the global search database by either searching for a city that falls within your population metric, or by just going after a niche or a niche, and I'm not even sure which way to say that. Hopefully by the end of the video course I'll say either niche or niche, but putting in a niche and analyzing that niche, finding more keywords within that niche, and just looking through everything and finding that perfect keyword.